the little cloud who was afraid to rain. Perched high in the wide, blue sky was a little cloud named Puff. Puff was soft, white, and wonderfully fluffy, just like a scoop of vanilla ice cream. He loved his job, which was to drift slowly from the east to the west, making shapes for the children below to admire. He could be a brave dragon, a sleepy sheep, or even a tall castle with wispy towers. But there was one part of his job that Puff dreaded: raining. All the other clouds knew how to do it. His friend Nimbus would turn a happy gray and shower the flower beds below. His cousin Stratus would drizzle gently on the rivers to fill them up. But whenever Puff felt a raindrop rumbling inside him, he would get so nervous that he'd puff himself out, becoming thin and wispy until the feeling went away. What if I pour too much and cause a flood? He'd worry. Or what if I pour too little and the flowers don't get a proper drink? So, Puff stayed fluffy and dry. One afternoon, as Puff was floating as a very convincing rabbit, he heard a faint, thirsty whisper from below. He drifted lower and saw a small, sunny meadow. The grass was turning brown and brittle. The most beautiful rose bush Puff had ever seen, usually covered in bright pink blooms, was drooping. Its petals were curled and dry. A little girl was sitting by the rose bush, gently touching a wilting flower. "Please don't be sad, Rosie," she whispered. "I wish it would rain." Puff's fluffy heart gave a big squeeze. He knew he needed to help. A tiny raindrop, brave and bold, started to gather inside him. But immediately, Puff felt scared. What if he got it wrong? Just then, his friend Nimbus floated by. "You can do it, Puff," Nimbus said in a rumble. "Just think of something happy. The rain follows your feelings." Puff looked down at the little girl and the thirsty rose bush. He thought of how happy they would be with a cool drink. He thought of the grass turning green again and the rose straightening up its stem. He stopped thinking about being afraid and started thinking about helping. He took a deep breath of sky air and let himself get a little darker, a little heavier. He thought of the little girl's smile. He jiggled a little. Flip. A single, perfect raindrop fell from Puff and landed right on the rose's leaf. Plop. Another landed on the brown grass. Then, Puff rumbled softly and let go. A gentle, whisper-soft shower began to fall from his cloud onto the meadow. It wasn't a scary flood. It wasn't a tool-like drizzle. It was just right. He watched as the little girl laughed and twirled, holding her hands out to catch the rain. He watched the grass soak up the water, turning a wonderful shade of emerald green. And best of all, he watched the rose bush drink and drink. Its stem stood up tall, and its petals plumped up, unfolding into a beautiful, bright pink flower. Puff had done it. He had reigned. He felt lighter and happier than he ever had before. He wasn't just a cloud who made shapes, he was a cloud who helped things grow. From that day on, Puff was never afraid to rain again. He knew that even a little cloud could do a very big thing, especially when it came from the heart. And sometimes, if you look very closely after a sun shower, you might just see a rainbow shining right behind a small, proud, and very fluffy cloud. The end.